Well, hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is my Marvel Studios Thunderbolts asterisk. Okay, that was terrible. Spoiler review, so without further ado, let's discuss. Alright everyone, so as I said, this is its time for the official summer movie season for 2025 to officially begin. And I'm super thrilled. I'm super glad that this was a... How many times can I say super? Because it's a superhero movie, guys. So, this is it. It's here. And I'm super pumped. Sarah said super again. So, May and June... I mean, this summer movie season is going to be packed. So, we got Thunderbolts first. And I'm happy to say, I mean, there's always a ride of movies that are like good and bad, but I like to see what I like to see in theaters. And this was one to start off with for the summer movie season. And it just hit me. So I've really got no notes here because it wasn't a perfect movie, but I have things in my head. I literally just made a vlog. If you have not checked out my vlog yet, my friend, be sure to click that video because I did have a lot of fun with him at the theater. We didn't do it at the theater because it was raining afterwards. So it was just like, we went onto my house here and talked about the movie. So, he and I mentioned, like, this movie is a lot to do with mental health, grief, facing your fears, you know, and dealing with your inner demons and your past, and so to speak. So, there's a few, like, there's a lot of stuff, a lot in quotes I kind of want to talk about, but there's just a lot, like, from the beginning to the end, the very end of the movie, that really delves deep into what I love, what I loved about this movie. So first off, let's take a minute to explain. I mean, I want to talk about the characters and the basis of the movie. So this felt like Marvel's first A24 film, and I was talking about this with my friend, like how Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, I've had time to think about it, and I enjoy the creativeness of it. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, two Rick and Morty writers in directing a movie or in a different genre of the film, and I think Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness works really better with the directing side of things. Great concept, a great director choice, but Marvel still has its you know, little nitpicks in it. Quantumania has a lot of that. Thor: Love and Thunder is way too jokey, but this movie feels like it's tight-knit together. Each scene flows together. And the cinematographer, the director, Jake Schreifer, is great from directing another A24 film. I can't remember. I should have notes there, but I don't. And then, like, the editor and the composer, Son Lux, coming from Everything Everywhere All at Once, phenomenal. I was supposed to be the composer from Black Widow, Lauren Balfe, who's done the most recent Mission Impossible movies, and the Penguins of Madagascar movie, the Lego Batman movie, who even teamed up with in Megamind with Hans Zimmer. Great composer, but it's not. It's Everything Everywhere All at Once composer, Son Lux, and I was re-listening to that soundtrack and going, this is a dope soundtrack, which fits perfectly for Thunderbolts. This dark, heavy tone, and I like that they changed the Marvel logo. It looks like the classic Marvel Comics, and it vanishes in the void. The void is terrifying, but I just love the choice they went for the editing, like the cinematography. I was watching it at the beginning and went, like, all the fighting is nuts. The fighting is nuts. I think the choreography is great. Also, the choreographer person from one of the A24 films, it just feels like a great different tone. It feels consistent, whereas other Marvel projects haven't. So that's something I want to say. Like, I think there's creativeness in other Marvel projects, but, I mean, Secret Invasion was stupid. But, I mean, so was Quantumania, but it looked cool. There are things about certain projects that look cool, but this one just feels totally different. Like my friend was pointing out in our vlog, the first Ant-Man felt totally different. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, it felt totally different. And, like, the Void is terrifying, I'll get back to him, but the characters are great, by the way. Valentina is just such a odd, scheming woman. I want to know more about her, but I wonder if we'll get to know a little bit more in Avengers, like, what her deal is. Probably drawing out, like, the the dichotomy between who's the Avengers, who's not. Like the thing about the post-credit scene, which I really, really like. I think this movie does a great job at depicting what's coming next and more about the tone of the Avengers or more about the tone of the MCU itself. So that's really good. I enjoyed this movie way more than the last Captain America movie, even though I did enjoy that in theaters. I think that movie goes hand in hand with Ant-Man, where it's like I enjoyed it in theaters, but there's just some flaws with it. And this one, my friend had mentioned some of the issues. I'm like, yeah, I agree, but I had a great time with it. The jokes don't feel like Thor: Love and Thunder were like ha 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 ha. I was like laughing because it was a joke, but I was like, Red Guardian's just a funny character. Red Guardian's funny. Him and his relationship with Yelena, the family vibe is remarkable. Ghost, that's another thing I want to mention, like the character setup. Them killing, Ghost kills Taskmaster, and I think that worked great. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know that was going to happen, obviously, because I didn't expect it, but more importantly, it made sense. I said with my friend in the vlog, I said, Michael, he goes, I said, I didn't know what they were going to do with the character. I told him, I said, it felt like Taskmaster fit the vibe of Thunderbolts within the marketing and within his look, her look, the character's look, but the character in Black Widow, it's an okay movie. Black Widow's an okay movie. I don't hate the movie. I'm kind of an advocate for that movie. Like, it's fun enough, but the character of Taskmaster should be, I agree with my friend, Michael, he said, it should be way more powerful. And I'm like, yeah. And you just see the fighting, the fight scenes are incredible. Like, all the fight scenes are incredible in this movie. And she just kind of goes, man, boop, or like, boop, 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 fighting. Again, it was better. Don't take that the wrong way with my, critique of Despicable Me 4. But they do a little fight scene, and then just goes, boop, through her mask in the head, and I'm like, that's how she's dead. Right in the head, but funny enough that her impenetrable outfit can't do any damage, or does kill her. It doesn't take any damage. It does take damage, but it shouldn't. It should be impenetrable. Man, that's okay. Let's just kill her off, because we don't know how to do the character. We don't know how to write that character, so it's fine. I respected the choice because everyone figured and predicted that Taskmaster was going to die, so she did. Great use of great choice to do it then. Great jokes throughout, building the characters and stuff. I think Ghost, I agree with my friend Michael that could have been developed a little more. I agree. I just like that they didn't kill her off because there was use for her. And all these Thunderbolts are going to be used in the Avengers movie. But it is odd, little side tangent here, that they did it, I guess, wanted to announce that in the Avengers casting announcement, and instead of going, well, let's let you know after Thunderbolts. I don't know. It was a little odd, but kind of spoiling it, kind of not, because I hadn't seen the movie yet, so I didn't know if it was going to be an alternate Thunderbolts, if it was going to be how the movie plays out. I didn't know, but that's a little weird. But beyond that, the movie's fantastic. Cinematography, the editing, the choices. I mentioned the spoiler review. There's also like a cameo I heard that was Beth the waitress from The Incredibles in there. From the Avengers in there. My mind's all over the place because how great this movie was. But I was laughing at the action, the moments. The limo chase scene from the trailers, like I could think of, okay, this movie kind of sets up, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And I knew when scenes were coming up, like the limo scene, I was like, okay, I saw this in a spotlight or in one of the advertisements, but I didn't know how the movie was going to play out, and I really liked the scenes and how the film played out at the resolution, and how, Bob Sentry just looked incredible. Incredible. His suit design, his look, and then when they had to get Bob out of the void, it's like, he didn't know what was going on. So I kind of like that he just turns into back to normal guy. I kind of like that, but I thought, like, well, where did Sentry go? So that's interesting. I just want to know more about that in the later movie, like in the Avengers movie. So that's cool. When the Sentry came up, when the Void started, I was like, man, it's so menacing, and I was so mad that all the people came back. It's kind of like when Thanos did this, when everyone turned to dust and everyone came back. All the people you see in the trailer that are turning into blackness in the Void, darkness, they come back. And there's this little girl that Red Guardian saves, that Alexi, Red Guardian, saves from a piece of rubble dropping. And it's like, was like, oh, I was like, yay, he saves her, and then she just turns into darkness. I'm like, no, I was so upset in the theaters, and then you see her come back to life, to light, to being. Her soul's come back, so that was good, and I just loved everything about this, and at the end, because she's like, kill all these people, kill the Thunderbolts. She doesn't use the name Thunderbolts, but they're the Thunderbolts. Kill these people. She wants Sentry to kill those people, and she wants Sentry to be the new, face of like the new Earth's mightiest hero, part of the Avengers, part of the new Earth's mightiest hero, strongest than all the Avengers, and I'm like, what is this woman doing? And then they take down Sentry, and now that Sentry's there, now that Bob is there with them, they're all the Thunderbolts except Taskmaster, because we killed her off. These Thunderbolts are the new Avengers. That's what she says. All the press are there. And I thought that Yelena was going to punch her. Somebody was going to punch her out. Just knock her lights out. No, they're the new Avengers now. And then the movie ends. There's an end credit. The first end credit scene, first or two, is just a quick gag about, on the Wheaties, there's like a Wheaties cereal box. It says, the new Avengers. Because the movie ends with Thunderbolts. After the animation credits, like, Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, which is what she called them. And there's a Wheaties cereal box. And it says the new Avengers on it. And Red Guardian's like, talking to a customer like, that's you, or that's me, you should buy this cereal. That's me on the box. So he puts it down like, that's me on the box. And then it goes into the credits. And after that, there's this end credit scene, which I told my friend, I said, that felt like Captain Marvel's end credit scene that was transitioned nicely into the Avengers. This is setting up the next thing. Setting up Fantastic Four. Because I saw in the credits, this is my question. I went, I didn't see it. In the music, it said Fantastic Four theme. Where's that? Like, we haven't heard that yet. I'm like, I didn't hear it. Like, we haven't, like, it's probably in the end credit scene. Kind of like the Captain Marvel theme was at the end of the Avengers, or the Captain Marvel theme was at the Avengers Infinity War, or no, the Avengers theme was at the end. Oh my god, I can't even think now. One of the two. It was at the end of the, yeah. So, the Avengers theme was at the end, the Captain Marvel theme was at the end of Avengers Infinity War, is what I believe it was. Or whatever. I'm going crazy right now. So, but they have the Fantastic Four. They're like, Alexi Red Guardian made all these new, like Avengers with a Z merch for the Thunderbolts, and they have like a little patch on there, like the new Avengers. But we talked to Sam Wilson, Bucky, Falcon, Captain America, who is, the leader of the Avengers. He's like, we don't approve of you. Like, so who's the Avengers? If we're going to be the Avengers, who is? So I like that they're talking about that, because next is Fantastic Four, and they see a thing falling to Earth. That's all about Fantastic, that has a Fantastic Four logo on their ship, and they see like, oh, an incoming ship. And they're like, that's cool. What's that? The little Fantastic Four logo, and they played the Fantastic Four theme. So I was giddy, and I heard people behind us going like really excited. So that was cool. So I'm very excited. I love the end credit scene setting up Fantastic Four. Me and my friend, you can go check out the vlog saying like, this feels like classic Marvel back at it again. This and Fantastic Four feel like great entries in Marvel's cinematic universe film history, and I can't wait. If they mess up Fantastic Four and Avengers, they're done. But I can't wait to see Fantastic Four next and then Avengers, because this feels like a great setup. This team was great. Love this movie. I'm definitely giving it a 9 out of 10. I haven't even made my post yet on Instagram yet, but I will be later tonight after this review. So thanks so much for watching this review. I had a great time with this. Sentry was great. Cinematography was great. Characters were great. Just talking about their past and everything like that. There was some emotion. I didn't get emotional, but at the end with that, like the theater reaction and with the Fantastic Four, like I'm getting emotional by this end credit scene. Like I had, it's like when Across the Spider-Verse ended. It was like I want more, and this theater experience was fantastic, and I want more. I was like getting emotional by just this reaction of people in the theater. That said, I love everything about this movie. The people coming in from A24 Films, the composer, the editor, the cinematographer, the director, all these things mixed into one. The choreographer, action was great, and the Sentry was great, the acting was great. All these things. The actors, amazing. Everything was amazing. 9 out of 10. Just 1 point for a couple little flaws, but I'm not going to knock it that much, not that many points down. So that said, guys, thanks so much for watching this review on Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts asterisk. By the way, wait, what did the asterisk mean? I wanted to get my answer, and I still don't even know. I'm going to have to look something up. I don't even know. I was waiting for the end credit scene, and all I got from the end credit scene is that Maybe it was them hugging. Maybe that was what it was. Maybe it was them hugging. Is that what it meant? I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused. So I'm going to have to look that up. But maybe that's what it was. And if it is or not, let me know in the comments below. But that's it, guys. Try not to spit. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me, and the Disgrace Pink channel. And I'll see you guys on the next review. I don't know what I got coming up next. There are things that I've been watching. So stay tuned for what's up next, guys. Could be a review, might be a vlog. I did a vlog just a while ago. So there's many things to come out this summer, so stay tuned for the ride. To leave a like, subscribe, follow me, to keep calm, and watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.